And welcome back to WEHT Local Lifestyles, everybody. Of course, garden guy Charlie Stocker joins us right now. He is taking your calls, and we already have a caller on the line. Charlie, we have John from Elberfeld with a question.
Morning, John.
Good morning, Charlie.
Morning.
Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for all the information you give us every Monday.
Thank you.
And two, I got a mimosa tree. Every year, it starts flowering and the leaves fall off. What am I doing wrong?
I don't know that you're doing anything wrong, and it comes back healthy every year. Does it leaf out again yet that year? Or are they off? Okay. I don't think you're doing anything wrong. The only thing that maybe I would correct a little bit, as it's flowering now, which the mimosa is, I might do a little bit more watering than what you normally do, because many times as you get into this season, and the mimosa tree really isn't indigenous to the tri-state area, but it will grow here. So I would just give it every opportunity, and you can do that by watering. So I would water just a little bit more, and I think you might not have that problem of the leaves falling off.
Awesome. So we hope that works for that John. We have another John.
Right.
Yeah, we have John number 2 right now. He's from Princeton, though.
Okay. Morning, John.
Hey, Charlie.
Good morning.
So I've got a garden in. I've got some tomatoes, some cabbage, some zucchini and squash, some other miscellaneous stuff. But I've got matting down and mulch down, like the weed prevention mat and whatnot. And I've got mulch down. I have a tendency to overwater, so I got me a water meter. And my soil is, if you go down about 3 inches, it shows in between moist and wet. If you go down 6 inches, it shows wet. But with the, I guess it's the heat, humidity or whatnot, all of the broadleaf stuff, it literally looks like it's steaming itself, or like they're wilting. But the ground is wet. I'll go out once in a while just because I'm kind of freaking out, and I'll spray them with some cooler water and it seems that it helps them perk up a little bit. But again, my ground is so wet that I don't want to be overwatering. But what can I do?
Okay.
What's going on?
Mulching, you're doing the right thing. Watering, when you water, if you can water the ground and not the leaves, but that's secondary to why do we have this wet situation in the ground? And is it creating a problem for the plants? I didn't hear you say anything about mold or a fungus or spores that are splashing up onto the plants where you've got a disease problem. So that's a good thing. In terms of irrigation, if I don't know how you're watering, but if you could put that, if you have an irrigation system, if it could go under the mulch, and then just simply, if you got the meter, like you say, 1 inch of water per week. Now, that doesn't mean 1 inch of water all at one time. It's maybe a ½ an inch of water this day, 4 days later, a ½ an inch of water. But that's an interesting situation, because normally that water will percolate down, and there's not that dampness that you're looking at. And it's probably the mulch holding the soil temperatures down and holding the moisture in, which is a good thing. So I guess what I'm working myself into here is that if you're not having a mold problem or a fungus problem or a disease problem, you may not have a problem. You're just concerned in your OCD, and you're concerned about all the moisture when it's really not a bad thing. I'd like to come up to your house and see that, though.
I think you're intrigued by this problem.
I am intrigued by that.
Think. Yeah.
Leave your telephone number so I can call you or call back.
Yeah, good idea. And we will have some more calls here in just a few minutes, and you also have some Facebook questions too that we might get to answer. So we'll be right back here in just a few minutes with Charlie. You're watching WEHT Local Lifestyles.